Si BP Sara, na nakita natin how she protected yung mga tao niya by not letting them to attend the hearing. Dito naman si former president, no, sinasabi niya, me alone, ano, me, it's all me, ang responsible dun sa war on drugs. But kahapon lamang nagsalita na po si PNP chief at sinabi niya that 1,286, no, na mga affected ng war on drugs died and others were wounded, and yung iba naman po ay 219 cops were I think charged criminally, and marami po yung na-charge, almost 200 plus as well, and na-dismiss pala. Meron po na-dismiss, no? 200 plus, and yung iba facing summary dismissal as well. So, I think yung pronouncement ng presidente that siya po ang sasagot sa lahat ng problem ng mga lower ranks sa ating pong kapulisan, paratang hindi po nangyayari. And this is the same trait and behavior that are not now being manifested on her daughter. So, nakikita po natin yung pattern. Yun lang po.
No? Kung may Davao model sa EJK, may Davao model din sa paggastos ng confidential fund. No? Nakikita natin yung pattern ng mag-ama, nakikita natin yung pattern na kanilang ginagawa patungkol sa extrajudicial killing at saka kung paano nila iginagastos yung confidential fund. Tandaan natin na ang Davao may pinakamalaking confidential fund yan sa lahat ng city sa buong bansa, no? So kung paano nila ginastos yung confidential fund ng DepEd at saka ng Office of the Vice President, binabase din nila sa Davao model.
In addition lang po, no, on the first point, yung the reason for their absence. I think nabanggit naman ni Chairman Chua na this is not the first hearing, we're already in our fourth or fifth po ba? And yet they did not attend. I don't think for all those hearings it would account for yung preparation for the OVP anniversary. With that said, in addition, even if ito lang po yung, if this is the only hearing that they're made to attend, I don't think equal naman po importance ng anniversary. Every year naman po yun, no? Yung anniversary as compared to a committee in which under fire po yung integrity and accountability ng isang opisina, the second highest official in the land. So for them to choose OVP preparations, which one could be done by other staff, I suppose, and two happens every year, versus answering questions po sa committee, I think mas importante naman po yung committee. So, I think sa reasoning pa on that alone, parang nakakaduda na rin po talaga yung same time po nawawala yung mga key persons. With that said, on the second question po, yung whether there is a cover-up of sorts, I think like I mentioned earlier, ang nakikita po natin in the hearings that we've conducted so far, sobrang compartmentalized po yung OVP in relation to the CIF. And it would appear based on the records, nakita po natin yung statements ng dalawang resource persons that attended were notarized by an official of the OVP. You couldn't help but think na baka coordinated po yung statements na ito. Kumbaga, sila po yung pina-attend just to assuage or to satisfy the committee na may resource persons. Pero yung pinadala naman, walang kinalaman about sa CIF. Ang alam lang po nila is the issuance of yung cheque, which is not the question at hand. Our question is paano po ginastos yung confidential funds. So with that compartmentalization, nakita po natin, it seems to be po they're protecting those that have actual knowledge of the fact. And yun po yung kailangan po natin sa committee. Yun po.
Thank you for that question, Tina. The Quadcom chairs are already contemplating since last week to move the scheduled Wednesday Quadcom hearing, no, for several reasons. First reason, yung aming mga if you recall, no, lagi namin sinasabi kapag may mga witnesses, we want them to execute affidavits. Number two, even if they have executed their affidavits, we will have to vet them, no. Meron pong legal team ina-assist ang Quadcom to interview yung aming mga because marami po ang gustong magsalita. Marami po ang gustong magbigay ng testimonya. Ang aming pong palagay, kailangan aralin namin, no? Kung sino ho yung aming iharap doon sa usapin ng EJK, doon sa usapin ng drugs, at syempre doon din sa usapin ng Pogo. Now, because of the several witnesses who wanted to give their testimony before the Quadcom, we decided that we should maybe interview them all first. Tingnan namin, sino ba yung yung mas credible doon? And it will take a lot of time, no, para sa amin. So we decided that before we set this meeting, again, no, kailangan kumpirmado na kung sino yung ating ihaharap. Sino yung mga witnesses na pwedeng magbigay ng kanilang salaysay na ika nga ay may credibility. Kasi gaya nung sinasabi ko sa inyo noon, marami yung gustong tumistigo. In fact, umabot pa kami sa punto na yung isang gustong tumistigo, pagkatapos niya magbigay ng kanyang affidavit, ay umabot kami sa punto na kailangan pa namin ipasuri siya sa psychiatrist, no? Ipasuri siya through a polygraph test sa Camp Crame, no? Para malaman namin kung ito ba'y nagsasabi ng totoo. Hindi ho madali, no? Magpresenta ng witnesses. Kaya napag-usapan nga namin, kagaya ho kahapon, kahapon ng hapon, na-decide na ho namin na i-cancel yung aming meeting supposedly for tomorrow, ngayong Wednesday, November 13, to give us more time hanggang next Thursday to interview, to set up our agenda, at tapusin po lahat ng pwede naming ma-interview. That is the reason why we had to cancel.
Actually, 2 days ago, nag-decide na kami dyan eh. A week ago pa, pinag-uusapan na natin, Chairman. And then suddenly, kahapon parang last night, para nakakita tayo, na-attend na raw sila. And ang problem natin dyan, we have already notified yung mga resource persons, especially yung mga galing sa Cebu, yung mga victims. And at the same time, meron po kami binibet na galing sa Isabela and I think one also from the north. And suddenly, naka-receive tayo ng mga ganong pronouncement that he will be attending. But of course, hindi pa naman po yun na official na galing po sa former president that he will be attending on tomorrow's hearing. Unless and until that we have received any copy from him, then most likely. But it's hard to na makapag-ano na po tayo tomorrow because yung pronouncement and the invitation to other resource persons were already been cancelled.
Dagdagan ko lang yung sinabi ni Kong Dan, no? Kahapon pa na-cancel na namin yung aming hearing eh. At 6:30 p.m., the Quadcom chairs have already informed the Secretariat to send out notices to all our members and to all our invited resource persons na hindi po hindi po natin matutuloy yung ating hearing ngayong Wednesday, no? At all these notices via email, via digital and Viber notices, pinadala na ho yan kahapon pa lang. And wala ho kaming wala ho kaming confirmation pa kung sino yung a-attend eh. Wala naman ho nagsabi sa amin na may a-attend na sa Wednesday because as early as yesterday, we have already sent out cancellation notices. Kaya wala namang nagulat lang kami ngayon na meron palang gustong umattend, no? Welcome naman po yan sa atin. Kaya lang, na-cancel na po natin. And just to let everybody know that we have already postponed it for November 21st, Thursday next week. So lahat po ng inimbitahan namin na kinancel namin ay iimbitahan ho namin ulit. Nang sa ganun, mahaba-haba ho yung inyong preparasyon, mahaba-haba yung oras para maka-attend dito sa aming Quadcom hearing sa next week.
Mr. Chairman, baka iniisip ko rin during the time that we have discussed that on Sunday, I think we finalized on Sunday. Baka may mga chairman na mole doon sa pag-uusap natin. Just kidding. Pero we already decided last Sunday pa po at pinormalize lang po namin yan kahapon. And that's the reason why we already have a meeting yesterday. Unfortunately, may mga gantong issue na darating daw po. And I think it's hard for us to really send invitation again to those who have been canceled resource persons.
And kung wala naman talagang kung wala naman talagang direct statement ang ating former president na darating siya, tingin namin propaganda lang yung lumalabas ngayon sa internet, no, sa social media na darating siya. Kasi gusto rin naming dumating siya dahil pinagbantaan nga niya yung mga congressmen na sinasabi niya, sisipain daw niya, wala namang virtual cake. 'Di ba? So, mas maganda sana dumating siya dahil willing naman si Chairman Dan na magpasipa sa former president.
Na baka naduwag daw yung Quadcom.
Alam mo, unang-una, hindi naman si Attorney Panelo inimbitahan namin. Di ba? It was the former president ng aming inimbitahan. And we were informed that the lawyer or the counsel of the former president, where we also received letters from the law office of Attorney Delgra. Yun lang ang hinihintay namin na information. So kung social media, wala akong pupunta. Kung nagtatawag kayo ng mga vloggers, parang disrespect yan sa atin dito sa sistema ng ating imbitasyon. Do not invite in the social media. Kung gusto nyo, sumagot kayo, sulatan nyo kami. Diba? Sulatan nyo kami kung kayo ipupunta. Hindi yung sa social media kayo magsasalita. Of course, we appreciate the fact that pupunta ang ating dating Pangulo dahil yun naman po ang request ng ating mga kasamahan sa Quadcom, no? Na magkaroon ng talakayan, magkaroon ng palitan ng idea tungkol dito sa usapin sa EJK at usapin sa drugs, no? Na kung saan ay centerpiece ng kampanya ng ating dating administrasyon. Kaya nga gusto sana nating marinig mismo mula sa ating dating Pangulo kung ano yung mga kasagutan na kanyang ibibigay dun sa mga tanong na pinaghandaan ng ating mga Quadcom members. So, wag po nating I noticed also that there are several comments from the vloggers of I don't know which camp is that, no? Saying na wala pong naduduwag dito. Ganito ho, para ho malinaw. Sa 21 meron kaming hearing. Yan ho, punta ho tayo dito. Pagkatapos ng 21, let us know kung kailan kayo pwede. Because we will schedule another Quadcom hearing on the date convenient for you, on the date na gusto ninyo, para ho mailatag natin ng maayos ang ating imbitasyon.
And reminder as well, Mr. Chairman, as what Chairman Chu mentioned a while ago, that there is a 3-day ruling that are being followed by the committee. So, kailangan po ma-inform din po kami officially. Wag po sana sa social media para at least lahat. Kasi pag social media, you can always deny it, di ba? Pwede kang hindi pumunta, tapos sasabihin, hindi naman formal yon. But of course, kapag ginawa po nating official ang lahat, then resibo po yan. So I hope that prior to November 21 hearing, somebody or the lawyer of the former president will write the committee for his attendance. Maraming salamat po.
Sir, clarification lang. At this point in time, walang natatanggap na kahit written or digital communication from the camp of former President Duterte na dadalos sana dapat sila bukas?
Wala po kami natatanggap hanggang sa ngayon. Ang nakikita lang namin yung mga vloggers. So, hindi ho namin pinakikinggan yung mga vloggers kasi wala naman nung sinabing tama yan kundi tirahin lang itong si Dan Fernandez eh. Kaya yun ho ang aming we wrote to them inviting them. Then we also gave them a notice of cancellation via email, via Viber text messages, and all other forms of communication. Yun lang ho ang iniintay namin. Kung meron hong letter sa amin, wala ho kami natatanggap. At dahil nga po, nung Monday pa, bago po sinabing pupunta si former President sa hearing, sinabi ho yun, na-cancel na namin eh. Di ba? Na-cancel na ho. Bigla hong nasabing pupunta. Hindi naman ho ganun ang proseso. Di ba? Ang proseso, may imbitasyon kami at hinihintay namin yung reply. But even prior to the reply to our invitation, ay na-cancel na po namin. Kasi nga po, sa nabanggit kong rason kanina kung bakit po namin kinancel. Hindi, ganito po yan. Since the start of the Quadcom hearings, invitation has already been extended to the former president and the two senators, incumbent senators. But there was no reply. And then we had subsequent committee hearings of the Quad. There was no reply whether they will attend or not. Now, there was a press statement issued by the former president that he said wala siya natatanggap na invitation. That's why we had to send again another invitation for our October 22 committee Quadcom hearing. At the following day, we already received a letter coming from his lawyer, si Atty. Delgra, saying that he needs to rest, the former president needs to rest, he has a lot of engagements, has been tired, and because we understood that the former president is already old, and we would like to give him the time to rest, so we accepted the cancellation. Then we sent again another letter, supposedly for the October, November 7 hearing. Then we received again another letter. Sinasabi na hindi siya pupunta because walang integridad ang Quadcom at na-prejudge na siya ni Congressman Dan Fernandez at ni Kong Benny Abante. At saka mahaba pa yung rason. So we accepted again the refusal to attend. Now we're supposed to have a November 13 hearing, but we decided to cancel it yesterday. Ngayon sasabihin na pupunta. Ano ba talaga, kuya? Di ba? So, ito, formally sent po yung letter, ang invitation. Of course, we appreciate the fact that the former president is now interested to attend, no? Malaki pong ano yan, dahil malaki pong maitutulong yan sa Quadcom.
Talagang, in other words, no, talagang propaganda lang, no, yung ginagawa nila, lalong-lalo na yung sinasabi nilang pag-attend sa committee hearing ng Quadcom, no. Talagang nabubudol-budol nga, no, yung ating mga mamamayan regarding sa kung ano yung kanilang mga sinasabing statement.
Well, in fact, that was stated in the letter of Attorney Delgra. No? Sabi niya, he has nothing more to add, no, dun sa Quadcom. Sinabi na daw niya lahat ng na gusto niyang sabihin sa ano. And of course, we took note of that. No? Pero nga, mas maganda nga sana na sa kagustuhan ng mga mayorya ng membro ng Quadcom na makaharap at matanong direkta ang ating Pangulo, dating Pangulo. So, I think if the President would welcome that, we will appreciate, no? Kapag siya nag-attend. Yun nga lang po, nagkaroon lamang po ng cancellation ngayong Wednesday because of the reasons I stated earlier at hindi dahil sa sinasabi ng mga vlogger. Wala hong ano, hindi ho namin pinakikinggan yan. Nababasa-basa lang po natin yan. Kung sa mga pamasahe naman, nag-usap-usap ang mga chairman, ang pinakamalaking ambag ay si Congressman Dan sa ano, at gusto lamang malaman kung ilan sila, no, so that we can also accommodate at ma-arrange din po yung mga accommodation. Oo.
And at the same time, siguro, we have to make it formal, no? I-formalize natin lahat. Kasi nga, pag yung sa social media tayo nagsagutan, I think it will not be proper, no? At maliligaw po tayo. Especially yan, nagpo-pronounce sila that they will be attending. And it's not even coming from the president, di ba? So, we are governed by the rule of law and we are governed by the rules of the committee. And I hope that kung talagang a-attend po ang presidente, now is the right time to notify the committee, especially November 21 pa naman yan, malayo pa, Thursday pa. So we have all the time, no, para i-prepare. Ang problem talaga, alam nyo, mahirap din naman po yung bukas maghihiring na po kami. Eh di somebody will accuse us that we are, kumbaga, binibreak namin yung own rules namin of the three-day notice. Kaya sana po, no, ibalik na po natin yung tamang proseso para na sa ganun, we will be guided accordingly.
Nasagot na po ni Chairman Ace Barberson tungkol dito. So, we're willing to chip in kung talagang kinakailangan. No? If really the President wants to come. Hindi namin siya pipilitin, no, according to his condition, health condition, o mental condition. Kami naman, we would like the people to know that we have high respect for the former President. And we really want to hear his side of the issue. Kahit na po marami siyang nasabi sa Senado, it's up to him actually. It's up to him. Hindi naman niya sinabi personally na pupunta siya. It was actually his lawyers who said it. So, it's up to him. If you'd like to come, very much welcome po siya.
Just like to add lang po, no, the first point, kasi po, our only basis is yung letter ni Attorney Delga. I don't know yet the sentiments of the former president. But when the committee invites resource persons, it's not only for them to have any unilateral pronouncements, but we also have questions. So pag sinasabi po nila they have nothing more to say, I think kami po sa committee ay marami pong katanungan. So we hope that they do reconsider. When he appeared before the Senate and he made those pronouncements, I think it left more questions than answers. So on the topic lang po, no, sinasabi na they have nothing more to say. I hope that they could reconsider, take the invitation, and then answer the questions of our members.
Sir, so ngayon po kung fact of the matter is that nakakapagtaka para sa inyo na after ng ilan na imbitasyon sa dating Pangulo na handang tanggapin siya ng komite, ngayon kung kailan malino na kanselado sa panig nila, ngayon sila biglang maglalabas ng ugong na a-attend sila, sir.
Yun, nagulat kami, no? The fact that we only found out from the social media na meron palang a-attend at nag-confirm ang ating dating, although hindi po ito galing sa dating Pangulo, ito po galing sa mga vloggers. I don't know, sino ba papaniwalaan? Ang alam ko, as far as the records of the Quad Committee is concerned, the counsel, the lawyer representing the former president is Attorney Delgra. In fact, naging issue pa nga yan eh. Di ba? Meron bang engagement, meron bang letter, etc., etc. So, we only listen, no? Dun sa formally has entered their appearance before the Quadcom or those that are representing our resource persons and has informed the committee, although has not physically entered this appearance yet. No? Kagaya nga yung kay Attorney Delgra, yun ang iniintay namin. But, marami pa hong hearing ito, and we will expect that the former president will still attend. No? Kasi po, ito yung request ng ating mga kasamahan sa Quadcom. So hindi ho ito yung una't huli. Panglimang imbitasyon o mahigit pang limang imbitasyon na ito na hindi po nakadalo ang ating dating Pangulo. Ngayon ho, na na-cancel, ngayon po, mahirap pong dumalo dahil na-cancel. But we only got the confirmation from the social media.
So kung ngayon na may nangyaring ganito, kung sa susunod na pagdinig ay hindi magpakita ang dating Pangulo, ano pong, how will the committee treat it?
I really don't know. Kasi ngayon, mahaba-haba yung oras na pwedeng mag-decide, no, ang ating dating Pangulo. No, may nakita nga akong na isang post sa social media na sa November 21 daw, hindi daw pwede. Ano ba yung totoo niyan, di ba? I mean, basta we will send out invitations, the schedule of the Quadcom, based on our rules, based on our collective decision, we will set our hearing. And when we set our hearing, we expect that pursuant to the rules of the Quad Committee, we will send out invitations prior to the scheduled date of the committee hearing para inform po lahat ng aming resource persons na iimbitahan.
Bakit sa social media namin kukunin yung confirmation, di ba? I mean, kami naman, sumusulat naman kami officially. Hindi namin inaano sa social media na, iniimbitahan namin si dating Pangulo, di ba? I mean, it's a personal letter to him, no? Ng Quadcom. So, ina-expect din po namin na yung lawyer niya, tatawagan din kami, sabihin sa amin kung makakatin o hindi. In fact, nung nabasa ko yung reason kung bakit hindi makakatin ng Pangulo yung last invitation namin, akala ko talaga hindi na siya mag-a-attend sapagkat sinabi niya ron sa mga reason niya na hindi siya naniniwala ron sa aming investigasyon. Pangalawa, nasabi niya na lahat dapat yan sabihin sa Senado. So, sa akin, I thought na talagang hindi na siya mag-a-attend because of those reasons.
Thank you. Thank you, Earl. Okay, go ahead, Rosalie Cos from UNTV.
Almost same question with Marian kay Kong Barbers po. Kasi you said contemplating po last week pa kung itutuloy o hindi. And the invitation to former President was sent on November 11. If po na nag-confirm yung camp ni former President Duterte, even before kayo mag-decide na i-cancel, you will push for the investigation and you will accommodate him kahit siya lang.
Kung itutuloy namin? No, yung hearing hindi naman para lang kay former President
But yung pong fact na nagbigay sila ng communication that he will attend even before mag-cancel po kayo.
Well, kapag may confirmation ng ganyan, we will have to make do with the witnesses that we have already interviewed. Kaso wala naman kami nakuha ang confirmation So we will not, that's why we decided yesterday that we had to cancel it. Kasi kung na-inform kami, maaaring natuloy namin yun. Di baling iilan lang yung aming witnesses para hindi ho tayo umabot ng madaling araw. Kasi I'm sure abutin na naman ng alas 2 ng madaling araw kung sakasakali.
Actually, in addition to that, Chairman Ace and I were talking over the phone kanina, and I told him, pwede nating ituloy na si former president lang yung ating guest, resource person. But unfortunately, na-inform na yung mga resource person, like for example, yung mga victims na luluwas na naman dito, syempre yung pamasahe nila, tapos yung accommodation as well. So, kanina, hindi pa naman final yung pag-uusap namin. But of course, after a while, na-confirm ko na hindi na rin natin talaga itutuloy because of the, katulad ng sinabi ni Chairman Chua, meron din kasi talagang rules na nag-govern sa atin And we will be breaking our own rules at hindi magandang tignan yun. At kaya nga, we decided na rin talaga na huwag na ituloy. Kasi nga, ang premise din natin, ang premise ko rin naman, they will galvanize the situation that tayo yung umaatras doon sa pagdating niya. But as I've said, meron tayong sinusunod na rules dito, kaya dapat yun po yung sundin natin. At I hope that, ayan na naman, gano'n na naman November 21, meron pa naman November 28, meron pa naman December. So, I think we still have a lot of elbow room para pag-usapan at yung i-formalize yung pagdating niya. Wag po tayong biglain, At kasi nga, hindi naman po isang tao lang nag-iisip dito. We have so many members and we have so many chairmen and we have to decide collectively.
Tingin niyo po ba sila na kung kailan po kayo nag-decide na cancel na saka sila nag-express lang?
Ako, sa tingin ko, sila dyan yun. Kasi, Sunday pa lang pinag-uusapan na to Kaya nga, yun yung, nila, yung style di ba? And to make it appear na tayo yung umaatras sa ganitong klase ng invitation, Whereas we've been inviting him for so many hearings already. If I'm not mistaken, doon pa lang sa committee ng EJK, ng Human Rights, months ago pa yan, in-invite na po ni Chairman Abante. And they declined. And now, nag-hearing na po tayo, na-convene na yung Quadcom, we continually inviting the former president. Pero still, hindi pa rin po siya uma-attend. And now na nagkaroon po ng ganitong decision ng Quadcom to cancel it, then suddenly, saka sila appear. Magmumukha naman po kaming we're not following our own rules. Pangit po sa ating pong mga members.
Dagdagan ko lang, no? Wala kasi namang formal confirmation na pupunta ang ating dating Pangulo. Sabi ko nga kanina, ito ay galing lamang doon sa mga vloggers, no? Na walang ginagawa kundi tirahin si Dan Fernandez. So, again, no, yung pong next hearing namin November 21, yung gustong magpaimbita, magsabi na ho kayo para mapadala namin kayo ng invitation. No? You can send us through the email. May I get the email number, Comsec? No? So those who wants to be invited, marami ho mukhang marami nagsasalita sa social media gusto niyo maimbita, pipilitin ho namin na ma-accommodate kayo, no? Hindi ho namin mapapangako, pero yung mga, syempre ho, yung mga hindi po namin ma-accommodate, pwede naman din po kayo pumunta, pero doon ho kayo sa reserved seat intended for guests. Pero as resource persons, meron hong reserved seat yan para sa aming resource persons. So kung gusto nyo maimbita, padala nyo kami ng sulat.
Okay, Vivian Gulia from ABS-CBN2.
Sir, if you would have confirmation lang, si Colonel Garma raw po left the country last November 7th. Hindi na po ba siya kakailanganin tanungin pa ng Quadcom?
No, nandiyan siya nung huling hearing namin kasama niya yung si dating Colonel Leonardo. He was also there, represented by with his lawyers, no, kasama. So we have no idea kung umalis sa bansa, nasa bansa ba, nakaalis na. I have no information.
Pero hindi na po siya kakailanganin tanungin pa ng Quadcom in the succeeding hearings?
Well, we advise them na kapag kinakailangan sila, ay kailangan na mag-attend sila. So far, kasi nag-move forward na tayo ng topic, no? Napunta na tayo dito sa, tapos na tayo dun sa Barayuga case, no? Somehow, no? Meron yung mga witnesses na hinarap po natin tungkol dyan sa kasong yan, ay nakapagbigay na rin sila ng kanilang salaysay, at na-record na po ito ng ating DOJ. In fact, nag-uumpisa na ng PI, no? Yung ating DOJ sa kanila, no? I think nakausap na rin sila. So, if there are any other witness that will come out, and again, no, perhaps mention the names of these personalities, then we will have to invite them so that bigyan din sila ng pagkakataon na magkaharap sila, yung nag-aakusa at saka yung inaakusahan.
Thank you po.
Thank you. If
So
there-
here's the the email for those who wants to be invited. Please send your letters to quad.committee@house.gov.ph. So quad.committee@house.gov.ph. Yung gusto pong magpaimbita, sulatan niyo po si Congressman Abante.
Pati yung vloggers, pwede namin imbitahan.
And also, no, just for the information of everybody, kasi naging issue yung cancellation, no, which should not be. No? Kasi yung cancellation, hindi naman to yung una Marami na pong okasyon na, in fact, kung di ako nagkakamali, this is the second time yata na nag-reset kami. If you recall, before we even invited si Colonel Garma and Colonel Leonardo in our last, in the hearing, nag-cancel ho kami kasi wala pa ho kaming nakukuha ang affidavits. That's why, nag-reset kami. Ito ay pangalawang beses na pong nare-reset. Hindi ho bago ito. At hindi naman po din bawal ito.
Saka sana po talagang if ever that they will be attending the next hearing, we hope that they will be sending us a confirmation para lahat po may resibo, para at least lahat, di ba? Makita po natin na talagang they enter their participation in the next hearing through a formal letter. Mahirap po kasi talaga pag social media lang talaga.
Sa dalawang imbitasyon namin kay former President, sumulat sa amin si Atty. Delgra, officially, no? Yung unang sulat niya, hindi siya makakarating because he's not feeling well. Yung pangalawang sulat niya, hindi siya makakarating sapagkat hindi siya naniniwala sa Quadcom. At pangalawa, yung bang nasabi niya na lahat ang gusto niya sabihin sa Senado, yun lang eh. Oo. So, wala kaming natanggap na formal letter from Atty. Delgra na mag-a-attend siya ngayon sa hearing namin. Wala eh. Ang narinig lamang namin, si Atty. Sal Panelo ay nagpunta ng social media at sinabi na mag-a-attend. Palagay ko naman, dapat naman na kung talaga gusto mag-attend, ito na yung email address. They should just formally inform us na mag-attend ang former president. And magiging masaya kami tungkol dyan.